Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. My name is Nilaus, and we are, well, just diving back into Oxygen Not Included. I've been sort of having this game on the back burner. I've seen a lot of members of the community and asking me, "Are you done with this game? Are you coming back?" And I was kind of thinking, "Nah, I'm not really coming back because there's nothing new." And you know, the space age, the spaced out wasn't. I didn't really enjoy playing the. Let's say this part with the many small planets, and it was just it felt wrong. So then I thought, someone actually suggested, why don't you just play it on the classic mode with one big planet and then some small additional ones that you can go to, because I like this basic thing. I just don't like that it's the all dominant thing. So I loaded up the game and then what is that thing? I guess we'll just try this. So we're going to be trying on the lab, which is a silly weird location map, but we're going to dive in. The weird thing is that it rotates, and therefore everything is sort of, it's a little bit weird. It doesn't change that much. So what's my plan with this series? Well, the plan is that I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun with it and just gauge the interest. If you guys are super enthusiastic about more Oxygen Not Included, then you know the drill. Hit the likes, the comment section, all that good stuff. I'm also adding a few streams here and there, and I'll continue as long as it's fun. I did that with Captain of Industry, and it ended up being like a very long series. But I also for Foundry. But sometimes I play a new game and then I just don't see the response, and I'll just leave it and play something else. So that's what we're gonna do. So you know the drill. And also for Patreon supporters, you can actually download the save game, so you can snatch any cool designs. And thank you for supporting. Right, let's dive in. And here we are in our new colony, and whoops, it's slanted, but now it goes back. It's funny that they do such a small little thing. And we're now ready here, and we can just take a look at what it looks like. So you can see everything is sort of turned 90 degrees. So it's about getting started from here. I want to cover as much ground as possible in the first episode, naturally. And I'm going to go, just let them go and start digging. Well, the first thing we want to do is actually just getting some, digging out some place here. And I'm going to be doing kind of my normal stuff. And I actually think I want to just dig that one out and let some of this fresh air come in here. And the first objective we want to do is just kind of lay the foundations of where things are going to be in the space. And that's going to be... Oh, that's funny how that goes through that one. I guess it does. The thing is, all of my rooms are 16 by 4. With some exceptions. But that's generally how we want to do things. 16 by 4. What do we want to do first? Well, we want to just get this framework here, and then up here will be a good place for toilets, and this part down here will probably be a good place for having this little water that will be our starter water. If we do like that, then we can sort of let it flow in here. Should be good. And then we can have the pump jack and all that stuff here. I actually did have this one as well. And then up here we can start making toilets. That should be like the first step of the process. Do I want to open this one? There's carbon dioxide. Oh, right. They are already running out of things to do. So keep going and keep going over here. This is going to be problematic. I think I want to make sure that I don't breach this until I've built that wall. Yes. All right. That's good. And then we make these. All floors are 4 levels high. If you watched any of my Oxygen Not Included content before, then you will recognize the pattern. And we'll also just go like that. That's just manual harvesting everything. Where will we build our bedrooms? They'll be up on top. So we'll build bedrooms. They also need to be done. That's furniture here. That's gonna be... Nope. Furniture again. That one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because we're gonna keep getting people in. That one. And we're gonna be like looking at the outhouse. That is, first we want a 1, 2, that one. Yes. And then under medicine we'll have a wash basin. That's gonna be there. And then I realized that these two are not correct. Plumbing. Yeah, so 2 from the side. One is a ledge, and then one is for the door, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. Those are going to be the ones. And I need to make sure that I take this out first. Alright, so now we have to have some things going here that will get us somewhere. Maybe the water is not as important as the toilets. Yeah, I think so. So let's mark some things that we want to do first. I think we want to do toilets first. And this one here. Actually, not that. So it happened. The stuff that always happens. They made a mess. And I don't know why they made a mess, because there's an outhouse right... Oh, it's out of order. Why is it out of order? Oh, it needs dirt for inbound. Oh, they made more mess. And welcome to How I Play Oxygen Unincluded, where we pee on the floor, and if we're really lucky, we also pee in the water supply. So, yay! I thought it was good, but it needs deliveries of water, so we're not quite there yet. But oh man, more mess. Well, it is what it is. It's all natural, and it's bonus water. Oh, don't go down there. Don't go down there. Alright, it's all done again. There we go. And can you just... Okay, this one is ready. This one needs... I'm going to be bumping it up there. So, while they're working on the last of these, or the next of these three, I really need to get into this water. And it's a little bit tricky, because if I dig in here, then it's... the water will flow out. So I have to dig all the way up there, and then try to dig down and see if I can get that going. And then I can dig this one. Let's see if that works. If I do that, then they should be below. And great. Oh, okay. Well, it shouldn't go over. So I can actually take these two, and then I can build all that. Great. That should be fine. Let's get that one done. And we got some places for them to sleep. That's excellent. Let's start working on the next part, which is the science station. So I'm going to build the science right here. And then I'm going to be a power plant like that. And we're going to make 1, 2, maybe. And we're going to make some there. That gets that start. She didn't collapse. That's fine. That is fine. And then we want to build a plumbing, a water pitcher. That's going to be at level. So that's going to be here. And we'll also make a water unbottler for when that becomes needed. And that's O for rotate. Not rotate in this game, but you rotate. And there we go. So that should be... Let's just get this one done. And then I can also take you out, because I don't need that much of a... Yeah, but I just want to make sure that if they got... And I want to make sure that these are actually working, so that if they... Yeah, that works. Okay, so we actually have the very first things done. We need to... need this part. We'll need to keep digging out and just get more stuff in here. We need more. And what will be the next thing? Well, I think I need a better water reservoir. I really want the water reservoir down here. Just getting that going down there. So there's lots of stuff, but we need to keep digging here. We got one more in here. We got schedules. We got 2 schedules and 2 in each schedule. I just want to put 2 in each schedule because there are two restrooms. So that should be good. We have our build here. It works fine. And this one, this is interesting with this move command, where it works. Let's see, you will set the priority on the move command, the move here. Then you set the priority on that indicator, and that's what determines it. So we have this. We also have our single oxygen diffuser that should feed 5 dupes, and since we have 4 dupes, that should not be a problem. I am digging my way down here because I want this location here to be our water reservoir. So that kind of goes down here, and then I can sort of get this in. We're also going to be closing some of these stuff up here, but it's time to do some of those little bit trivial but also really cool things. That is looking at the duplicant skills. I love this part. It's super fun. And we don't have here, we only have Mark, who is the only one who can actually get a hat now. I want to get Mark into our research. So Mark, get a research hat. And then that's the one thing. The second thing is like setting schedules. I've already done that. Then priorities. Then we want to just set up that, for example, I don't want anyone to do researching unless they are skilled at it. I don't want anyone to do decorating unless they're skilled at it. And I don't want anything to... Yeah, those are fine. Those are just like absolutely don't do it. Most of the other things are just like maybe don't do it. Like new duplicants, like you really shouldn't be doing cooking unless you're qualified. But I guess if you don't have anything else to do. And then we'll just see Amphibian Dragon. Then we'll see husbandry. Sure, that means ranching. But ranching and farming are go together in my world. So, and then also construction and excavation. So that means building and digging, those also go together because I just feel that they work well together. And paleo with rise, that is again, you're going to do these, though we don't have it yet. And then also these two. We'd really like to have someone who can do something else. Isolde, that's the same. But, oh, Isolde has science. But it's Mark who is the science. Mark is the science guy. There. We'll just have one science guy. There. There you go. That's fine. And what else are you going to do? Medicine? Sure. Let's do doctoring if need be. And what else? Creativity. Oh yeah. Decorating. If need be. Don't think that's going to be something there. And Isolde also doesn't have anything else. Good. Maybe, well, it's hiding and supplying. But what I really am missing now is operating. I don't have anyone who can operate, so I'm just going to give Isolde just a little buff on the operate, because otherwise no one will actually work on the generator. And we need that for science. Let's have a look at science, what we're working on. The very first science is always get the farming done. This one, so we can skip the planter boxes and go straight to farm tiles immediately. Then you can do all sorts of weird things, but I'm going to go in here so we get the employment and also get the advanced research, and then we can just take whatever else of the novice research we want. So we're now getting into this area here where we're trying to breach this, and it's going to go wrong in all sorts of ways, and it's just going to be glorious. There, I want to just push this up a little bit so that it goes in. Yeah. And now I think we don't really have a choice but to breach this part here. It'll probably just keep falling down, so we'll probably do like something like this so that they keep mining this. And once that's done, we will just be filling this one up. This will be high priority, this will be slightly less priority, and because then I just push the water up onto this level, and then we have what we want. And I'll also be doing this part. These are just an indicator of where I want the other side of the fence here to be. There we go. Great. In the meantime, we can also go food, and we can do this one. I'm going to get some meal lice. We're about cycle 5. At around cycle 10, it's a good time to get started on the meal lice. This down here isn't really as necessary, so let's just pause that, but focus on this one up here. I'm not going to be bumping the priority because we have already too many things that are too high priority as usual. And then we'll get all of that as well. And we need you to be, there we go, and then that one and that one. So once this is done, there, and I can also build a ladder on that side. There. And we will do a bottle emptier here as well, just because. And then from here we'll just build it up to this one and then lead it down here. And we get all the other stuff in. Nice, that works. We will also get a new dupe soon, which we'll be adding then. So we have a new dupe coming in, and let me just explain how the dupes work. I want to add a dupe whenever I can, and I'll be adding the dupes based on the names of patron supporters. So if you are a Templar or a Master rank patron supporter, you can get your name in here and be yelled at aggressively when I'm streaming. Mainly during the Twitch streams, that's when we usually yell at dupes. So what a luxury you can get being yelled at in as thank you for your support. So we'll yeah, and the newest Master of the Past, thank you so much, Shakespeare, for joining, and you'll be joining the colony here. And we just continue doing research at this point. I'm just knocking out all researches that are novice research. We have our water reservoir done here, and I'd really like this one to actually get done. This location here is really not that... I like this move to command, where I just do here, and then just get a high priority. Then it actually does move in here, and I can sort of take that water and then move to also in here. There. And that's a bottle part move here, and that's done. Good. So that's actually working. But now the next thing is I don't want to be dragging this one down because there's still like a chance of it dropping down. So I actually want to build from below and up in this case. So I can recover all of this water, which I want to go in here. And then also just dig this out so that it is below this area. So if anything drops down, then it's not going to be dropping down into the water, but it'll sort of not seep into the water. Oh, hold on. Oh, right, okay, that was me doing silly mistakes here. There, and drag that in, mopping, there. Too much liquid. Okay, that's good. This one is almost full, and then the next part is definitely doing this part here. The meal ice will be the next thing, and we're coming up on number 7. I will also be needed to go up here and make, well, let's see, what should we make here? We should probably make a mess hall. So that's gonna be the, oh, this one is not even closed off, so that's also on top of all the other things that are most important, then that's also most important. This one also most important. So everything is most important, as usual. Everything is priority 1. So we've dug out, and we can now build our meal ice. And I know that some people don't really like having lots of the meal ice. I don't mind it. I know it's using a lot of dirt, but well, we'll use the dirt for this. We also have our water reservoir completely done. We are building it out here so that it's now safe, so any water that drops down will not sort of accidentally flow in here. And that means we can now connect these two together, and we can sort of continue sort of forming this shape here. And we can also just dig out all of this stuff. And you know, I think I'm actually going to do another one here just because. But more importantly, I think we want to go up to this part here so we can get the next one in. And I'm just, if I keep it open, there's a chance that they will actually, the nymphs will go in here and then they ruin the nighttime, the night rest. So just the time that it takes to them to open and close, it's probably still worth it to get in there. So it's time to start the next project. The colony is slowly progressing. We're up to 7 dupes now, and the next project will be the lavatories. So that's always an interesting thing, because that's where we need to start. Oh, okay, that was just research complete. No problem with that. And research complete, pharmacology, and this one's built. So we actually want to do the water sieve, because I need that for my lavatory setup. There we go, at least the way I want to make it. So that's the one. So we have some water coming in here, which we'll be feeding, and then I'll be making the plumbing. I'll do the lavatories, and I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll do the medicine. We'll do some proper sinks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, that's not good. Well, these two just need to go out, and I guess the whole thing. Let me just see. That's 16 tiles. Oh, it's because these are, I don't know. That one goes here. And the plumbing. The lavatory. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, right. So all of this is gone, and it needs to be built over here instead. Nice. Well, not nice, but necessary. And that means a little bit of work to be done on removing everything here. Good thing we found it now and not too late. There. And this is also just a little build for our pea water, because we damn well need a pea water reservoir as well. And we'll just go in here and start carving out that one as well, because we need to just drop it down this path here. I guess we need to have a little bit of work done to get all this done before we can actually get started on the next. So it's time to start on the next project. Lots of progress, and there we go. The research is completed. That was one we were waiting for. Let's just queue up some other research. There's a lot of research we really want here. We would like to get ranching. Sure, let's get ranching. We're going to need that in short order. Right, so the part here was that we got the refinement under the water sieve. That's the one we want. So I'm going to put it up here. And then we do all the piping. That is here. We'll just do normal piping. All this is the output, so that will be polluted water. Goes up here, here. And then we need to start messing with all the, let's say, the difficult part. There, that goes in. That's nice. Then I am going to take the output, which will go down here. Oh, that's interesting, because that is going to be a problem. And then it goes in here and into all of these. Now that's the closed loop, which is all fine and good, but they actually pee more than they use, so there will be a net positive. So we need to do 2 things, and one is, first of all, I need to feed it in here. So I'm going to use liquid bridge to sort of bridge it in. That means it's always going to be lower priority to come in. That means if it's saturated, it won't go in. That's a kind of a temporary thing. Then I also want to make sure that there is a outlet, and I'll do that again with a pipe, because a bridge, because the bridge, it will always try to go into the bridge first and then beyond the bridge. That means the priority is continuing the loop, and I will then just drag this one out like so. That will then be the overflow, and I'll just drag it in here, and then that one. Now all of this should work. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is these out here. Maybe I don't want to have this set to lock, but just auto, because they might be able to stand on here and get a few of these done. We definitely need to do that so they can get here. Right, so all of this just needs to be done, and once it's done, I will actually be locking it so that they can only go in from, this one will only be allowing inbound but not outbound, because otherwise they could go in, use the toilets, and go out that way without washing hands. So they must go out this way, but they can go in both ways. That's just how I think I do it. So we're almost completed on this overlay here. If we just look at the overlay, it should be all working. We start seeing the first clean water. I'm taking the clean water in here, even though this is on the dirty water side, but because it doesn't really matter. It can go in here, and if it's clean water, it just passes through without sort of doing anything. This one actually also has to be buffed up, because I need to make sure that it has filtration medium. And then, yes, let's see, we just need to build the last bits of wire. And once the last bits of wire are done, then this one starts working, and then we'll see that the flow is going. Oh, come on, you could do that. It's a little annoying they get wet, but this water reservoir just needs to be used, and then we'll figure out where else. Then we'll use the big reservoir here, which I also need to make bigger, even bigger, because I need this and this to be put in here as well. And you can see this is my pea water reservoir. Oh, come on. Can you just get that done, please? And finally, it is done. There we go. And we should see water is flowing through. We'll be emptying a little bit of this to get it, but none of these are working because they are empty pipe, but they are now not empty pipe. And what we're going to do is we are going to just immediately disable all of these. There, and they are also disabled disinfect. That's kind of silly to have that here. There. And that should force them to go in to use the new and glorious lavatories. They can go in. You can see I've allowed it to pass through this, but the top one is closed. Otherwise, they would just jump over here. So I need to lock the top one. This one's open because they can always just flow in and out as much as they want, and they move a little bit faster. So this is now done. We want to see someone actually use our new lavatories. What else do we want to make? Well, we want to make this area into our first location for just random storage, because we need random storage as well soon. And this one can also be dug out now. Good, lower priority of course, but still getting that locked out. You have one more project I want to do in this episode, and that is setting up some basic ranching. That'll be over on this area, but we want to see the lavatories actually work. Here we go. We have finally someone who's actually using our new glorious toilets. And first they go in, and then they get some dirty water back, which will then stockpile up here. And you can see that now it's the dirty water that flows in, and our pump is idling. And once that flows all the way over here, then it'll start going in here and drop down any excess, which means we have a net positive. This is the brilliant part about, like, also a little bit silly, but the brilliant part about the toilets is that they are net positive in water. So we can actually get a water down here. Great. All right. Next project, we need to dig out some stuff here to make some ranches. We've now carved out some more space, and it's time for us to start working on a farm. I'm going to make it a very temporary farm or ranch because I do have a really good way of making it, but it requires more space than I have here. The reason is that if you actually make it so that they are constrained in a small space, then it's still going to have to use the same room, but they need to be constrained in a smaller space. And if you do that, then how is it? Then it's much easier because the travel time to the grooming station is much less. So I'm going to be making a station that is a grooming station. That's going to be right there. Okay, starvation. That's just there's plenty of food. All right, let's just don't freak me out with those kind of things. And we're gonna get a critter feeder there and a critter drop off there. Those are the main things. And then what I actually wanted to do was to do here and here. If I did that, then I think it would be... Yeah, we don't have anyone who's... then the room obviously becomes smaller, which means I can have less dupes in here. But they will all be constrained to this location because they won't be able to go through a door even if it's automatic. That means all this is just going to be empty space, but they'll be really just crowded in this space. Let's see if I can still have 5 in here. And we're going to get one more. So that's the last of the dupes we're going to be adding in today. Decorating, building, farming. Sure, that's fine. Kitchen menace. Yeah. Kitchen menace is nice because there's only a few that will actually be doing that. So welcome, hoi hoi. And so this should be our default. We want to just build all of this here, and then we'll start wrangling all of the random hatches we have in the base. Let's see if we can have 5 in here. I think 5 will probably be constrained here. Let's see, critters and hatchlings. Yes. Let's get that high priority for the drop-off. And this one just takes... God, that takes a long time. You must be really bad at building. Monkey Man, you're brand new, so you're good. We're working. All right, cool. Let's get this one. And there we go. Thank you. And that will be for a hatch. Nope, I don't want to do that hatch. And you will be only feeding it sedimentary rock. And just put 1000 in here. There we go. And then it's also really important that I sweep up all the rest of the crap, because I don't want that to be actually get in. So we'll need to start wrangling up some of these little fellas here, and we'll just get that high priority and wrangle high priorities. Then oh, there's one up there that we can't get to, but whatever. That one. Okay, so we don't have any wranglers, so we're gonna need to wait until we get some better skills for this. And there. All right, we can snatch all these up, and then, well, wait for someone to be able to get the ranching skill. So we finally have a rancher, and there we go, Isolda. You will now be ranching. Now get to work. Get to work. Get that in there. There we go. Ranching with someone. And I don't know if the delivery thing is also. This is, well, it's priority 6, so it should get done. We've also been sort of sweeping this area, and you know, that sweeping has actually been going really well. Been sweeping up most of it. I just want to make sure that I don't eat like important stuff in here, and only the stuff that's there. There we go. We got the first one. The 2 ones. Ooh, nice. So we want to see if I can actually have 5 in here. It might be a little bit of a problem to have 5 in here, but then we'll just see. And they are building in here, and let's see if they are they any more? Yes, they are. They're now 3 out of 5 and 4 out of 5, and they're not overcrowded yet. 5 out of 5 might be overcrowded. I hope we can get 5 out of 5 in here. And let's see if we can get that. Come on, there should be someone unpacking one. And there we go. There, please work. Yes, they're satisfied. Perfect. That means we can now do the same thing again for all the other ones, because we will have a lot of these. 4 locations, and there, and there, and here, and this one, here, and here, and the final one. The reason why I'm making 5 wide is because I can set up a conveyor thing up here later on, which will then reach exclusively that area, and I think I needed to have it sort of also put into somewhere. So I think this is the right way to make it, and then we can get all of these, and we can just start wrangling every single one in here. There. I will also, the last thing is we have 1 fungal spore down here available that doesn't that's not in any slime lung area, so we want to make sure that this area will be our slime or mushroom farm. And one of the parts about it is that I need to make sure that it's below here and all the way over to that one, and there and there. So this is also important. These are so silly that they just get some food. It's, oh right, that's kind of silly. Edible. Put it in here. There we go. We need to make food into the refrigerator because that's important. Right, so this part here is a little bit complicated in order to how we want to make it, but the most important thing is, and let's see, we want to make it insulated all the way around. There. And now you might go like, oh no, you're yeah, I know, but I'll take that out soon. Then we want to make, where's the food? Here. The issue is that this can only be 96 tiles high or big. So I'll easily get to a point where I'm actually, oh, that one needs to go. Easily making it too big. There. And this one is not going to be working because I need to have that one out as well. And you will be, oh, that's not going to work. Let's just make that here. And that one's actually really important to get out. And this needs to get out. So, is this too big of an area? It probably is. And that goes down here. And then I will be dropping off. Actually, hold on. Wouldn't it be good if I'm just kind of figuring out what it is I want to do here. Because they can go in here and they can go up here. So this is good. And then I want to have, let's see, a ladder out here. Maybe I could also get the ladder here, would be nicer. But no, I'm gonna build it here. Then I am kind of thinking that maybe I want to have a box in this corner for storing the slime lung, so we have it easily accessible. And if it's in carbon dioxide, it should be fine. It should be fine. So here's the next kicker, is that I have mods. I have a few mods. Can I even see the mods here? No, I cannot see the mods, but I have 4 mods available. One is bigger zoom. The other one is that we can build without building materials. And the next one is a gas overlay, so that the gas overlay is actually useful instead of just being like breathable, not breathable. And the last one is priority 0. That's the only one that's closest to actually doing anything in terms of gameplay. That just means that if you put something as priority 0, it will not be built at all. They will not touch it, they will not do it, they will not do anything. They'll just be doing this. So now the next question is this too big of an area? Like if I do like, this will be 32, but 32 plus 32 plus 32 is 96. And then I have extra tiles like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have too many extra tiles here, so I'm going to have to cut some of these out like this. And I still think that there are too many illegal tiles, I guess, is the only thing I can call it. Let's see. But let's build this, and then maybe I'll have to cut one of these out to sort of get it going. Let's try getting this built, and I'll be getting all the stuff that can be built or is allowed to be built, get that to level 6, and that one can also be level 6, right? There's no slime lung. Oh, there's slime lung. There, okay. Don't want to expose that. So priority 0. No, not priority 0 on this part. So don't build that. Good. All is peace and quiet in the new colony here, and I'm really happy with where we are right now. We have built 4 of these hatch locations. They can have 5 hatches each, and they are now constrained in this little space, which is nice. And all of this space is just completed junk, which we can use for, I don't know, storage or whatever. We have built this one here as much as we can. This is exactly 96 tiles. If we look at the overlay here, then we can see that it is a greenhouse and it's 78 tiles, and then I'll be adding 18 more tiles, 3 times 6 tiles, and 18 plus 78 is 96, which is actually the absolute maximum. This is the first time, I think, in all my time on Oxygen Not Included, I have managed to build a good design for this thing here. Now, obviously, I'm getting some oxygen in here, which I don't want to, but I can also, this tile, I can pump in extra carbon dioxide later on if I want to. But at least the lower levels can work. So that's good. We're starting to pump out this water in here. I'll be pumping that water in here. Doing a little bit of cleanup in terms of sort of, just as you can see here, we're doing some sweeping in here. We're doing some sweeping up here. Just, you know, cleaning up the base and getting ready for potentially the next episode. So now the question is up to you. Should we continue the series here on YouTube and on Twitch? Then that's all up to you. Leave the like and a comment, and consider subscribing if you want more colonies, simulation, factory, big games here on the channel. Of course, if you want to play along from this series or snatch some blueprints, then you can just, well, as a patron supporter, you have access to all the save games, so that is an option as well for you if you are a patron supporter. So thank you very much to everyone who's supporting the Patreon, supporting the channel through Patreon, and on Twitch, of course. And the little reward is that you get yelled at in the game once in a while. So thank you very much. Until next time, take care and stay effective.